1975 had more than its share of great sporting moments. Muhammad Ali beat Joe Frazier to win the Thriller in Manila. Arthur Ashe beat Jimmy Connors to win Wimbledon. And the West Indies beat Australia to win the first ever Cricket World Cup.
Just one trophy. Is that too much to ask? One useless trophy.
In the meantime, our PE teacher, Mr. Digby, beat no one and won nothing.
I'm all set, Miss Thing.
Sorry, Mr. Digby?
The PE conference. All the top PE teachers are going to be there. They'll probably ask me to do a couple of seminars.
There's nothing like a good lecture to fertilise the mind.
I've got a good feeling about this, Miss Thing. I think it's going to be the turning point. This time next year, that trophy cabinet is going to be chock full of silverware.
I'm sure it'll be a seminal experience, Mr. Digby.
She's definitely split up with him this time. This is my chance.
Gordon, I know this sounds completely mental, but have you ever thought maybe Miss Titley preferred to go out with a proper grown-up instead of miraculously falling for you, the school spanner?
You're young, Darren. You're naive in the workings of a woman's heart. She's rejected Digby's athletic allure once and for all. Now she's yearning for someone with intellect and culture. She's yearning for me, Gordon Grimley.
Apparently, at one school in London, they've realised that children feel excluded taking part in competitive sports. So they've introduced this whole new system where everybody just joins in and there are no winners or losers. Isn't that fascinating, Miss Thing?
It is, Miss Titley. I believe very firmly we should all get a turn at being on top.
Geraldine, I know you want to get your arm back on Digby, but the man's a primitive territorial beast. Never pat a dog while it's eating, and never interfere with Doug Digby's PE department.
Doug Digby, Dynamo. Wincott Comprehensive School. There you go. Are you chewing?
Jeff Baxter, Bullock, Grange Hill.
May I see your registration, please? Our proletarian. My school was founded by the Duke of Wellington.
Did they give him the boots?
Don't be alarmed, boys. You haven't got anything I haven't seen before. Many, many times in many, many sizes. With Mr. Digby being away, it's a case of all hands to the pump. So I've arranged for your PE lesson to be taken by Miss Titley. I hope they don't require too much pumping, Miss Titley.
Settle down, settle down. There's no need for all that shouting and being aggressive. Today, you're going to play nicely.
Believe it.
Gordon, what are you doing?
It's Mr. Digby's rule, miss. I came last in yesterday's lesson, so I can't play today.
Well, it's not my rule, Gordon. I want you to enjoy yourself. From now on, PE will be for everyone, regardless of ability.
It's essential to have a top-quality groundsman throughout the season. It only costs a few £100 and it's well worth it. And most can be persuaded to linseed the bats.
Yes, well, that wouldn't happen to my school. Do you know how many cricket bats we've got? One. Apart from all mine.
Well, that's just as well, isn't it? In the hands of the sort of pupils you have in Dudley, an adequate supply of cricket bats would only lead to a rash of muggings.
And what about public school, eh? All that debagging and radishing. All that fagging and warming the toilet seat. No wonder you've all grown up to be a bunch of pervy mummies, boys.
Let me up!
What happened to the lot of you? My lads are worth more than your privileged private school nonsense.
Then you should prove it. A cricket match between us. Your first 11 against mine.
OK, you're on. Now let me go! Please. No one makes a monkey out of me. No one. My lads are men of steel. No. They're granite, sculpted in the image of their PE god, Dynamo Digby.
How is that? Darren, I've told you before. Play nicely.
Oh, but miss...
Nicely.
I'm back. Somebody else get in who can actually hit the ball. I need to get my best players up to scratch.
Mr. Digby, don't interrupt. The Dark Ages are over. There are no winners, no losers, just all the children joining in and having a good time.
But that's not PE.
Carry on, boys.
This has got nothing to do with you, Geraldine. I don't go sticking my nose into English and saying proper poems are ones that rhyme or the jokes in Shakespeare aren't funny.
Well, actually, Doug, it is my business. Because the headmaster likes the changes I've made, and there's nothing you can do about it.
We've got a cricket match coming up. It's our chance to get one over on the Toffs. It's like Pele playing with a ball made from rags. It's like Jackie Pallow wrestling with sheep for tuppence a go. It's Fred Truman. It's Harvey Smith. It's Billy Mills. It's Edwin Hooper.
What?
I should have known not to expect it to be the Ritz.
You can forget about the cricket match. It's off. We don't do cricket here anymore. We do skipping and hopscotch. You know, I would have loved to have got one over on your little Lord Fauntleroy's. My lads have had to work for every bit of respect they've ever got, while your lot get it from birth. The only chance we ever get to show you we're worth the same as you is on the sports field. But that's not going to happen now. So you can go back and tell your boys we're a bunch of worthless gutter snipes. Because you've won without even taking to the field. This is all I need now.
Actually, Mr. Digby, while I don't condone your methods, I came down here to say that maybe there is a place for competitive sport after all.
Pity you don't have some of her spirit, Digby. Feisty little filly, or what?
You keep your filthy hands off her.
Oh. This little minx one of your conquests, Digby. Well, I suppose she's worthy of a roll in the hay, but one couldn't take her to meet the family. She's rather below stairs for my taste.
No one insults my bird. Except me.
I am not your bird. But we are going to put together a cricket team. We mightn't have your advantages, but our kids can compete with the best of them.
Excellent.
Glad you've seen it my way at last, girl. How about going for that Chinese then?
Mr. Digby, we are taking up this challenge to make sure that respect for our school and its pupils remains very much alive. As far as you and I are concerned, our relationship is perpetually, eternally dead.
Well, this has been coming since the war, only people just shut their eyes to it.
Have they got a lovely house, though?
All property is theft.
Don't talk wet. You won't change the way of the world. Rich against poor, workers against management.
Sporting divisions, social divisions, they're all artificial. When you take them away, like Miss Tiddley's doing in PE, then everyone's at the same level.
Gordon, are you saying that everyone should be treated the same so we can all be equal?
Precisely. Very good, Darren.
If you treat everyone equal, then you'll have to make people who are good at stuff rubbish like the rest of them, and then you'll be treating them differently, and you won't be treating everyone else the same, will you, Gordon?
Yes, but...
There's always going to be winners, and there's always going to be losers. And Wayne Grimleys.
Wayne loses.
Had it pleased heaven to try me with affliction, had he rained all kinds of sores and shames on my bare head.
Run, 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 you crappers,
Run.
What in heaven's name do you think you're doing?
Training.
How is that training for cricket?
I thought you were going to keep your little snout out of PE from now on, Piglet.
Haven't you seen the cricketers on television? Most of them are grey-haired, and the young ones are always tubby. You should be practising the game itself, not train them up to be on superstars.
Yeah, well, I'm a couple short at the minute, Piglet.
So get a couple more.
Miss, I thought you decided that sport was unfair. You agreed it was a wasteful diversion of cultural pursuits.
I'm sorry, Gordon. I think I let my desire to get my own back on Mr. Digby get the better of me.
Tubby.
Grimley.
Eye on the ball, Grimley. Eye. Cat. 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 That's enough of that, Grimley. Throw me a few overs. Hey, no grubbers.
Yes, sir.
That, Grimley. That. Grimley, that is precisely the wrong way to do a reverse sweep off a china. Geraldine, didn't see you there. Training's coming on a treat. My lads are turning into a finely honed unit.
I'm pleased, Mr. Digby.
Geraldine, even murderers get time off for good behaviour.
Let there be no misunderstanding between us, Mr. Digby. I am here to support the cricket match for the sake of the pupils. I want them to learn that they can compete with anyone, no matter how privileged. End of story.
What are you gulping at, Four Eyes?
Oh! All this time I've avoided sport, thinking the way to Miss Tiddley's heart was through culture.
Oh, yo, Peg! Get off your own end! That's why she put up with Digby for so long. What she really goes for is a muscle man.
Shut up them noises, will ya? It's bad enough having to hear them every time your nan goes to the bog.
Been years since it was normal. Them like rocks now. Rocks.
Gordon, what are you doing? You know how delicate you am.
Gordon's trying to turn himself into the incredible Hulk so he can beat the posh scum.
Where'd you find this old thing, anyway?
It's Dad's, at the attic.
No wonder he can't do it. He don't have a setting for delicate poet.
Pity if they do anything for the one part of your body most in need of building up.
The Grimley curse.
Come on, you pair. Bedtime. Come on, Darren. Up them stairs. Teeth and toilet.
I think you're right, Darren. Subconsciously, Miss Tiddley must be attracted to the athletic type. And tomorrow, I'll show her that Mr. Digby's not the only one who can cut a dashing figure on the sports field.
OK, what you do is dig your nail into the seam like this. Gives the ball more turn through the air. It's not exactly cheating, but don't let the umpire see it.
The umpire has seen you, Douglas.
You never learn, do you?
Well, you look up there. Clear off. This is our best ever chance to win something. For once, we'll win, and it's against the Toffs, don't you see?
You still don't get it, do you? It's not the winning that counts, it's the competing. You'll never change, Doug.
Gentlemen, each innings is limited to 30 overs. Each bowler...
Yeah, actually, we're still one short.
What?
Yeah, I couldn't get 11 players. I got 10. That's not far off.
It's up to you. Will you play with 10 as well?
No.
I knew it. Anything to get one over on us.
I propose that Mr. Digby steps in and makes up the 11. And just to keep things fair, I'll take the place of one of my own players.
Yeah, well,
Sounds fair to me, Douglas.
And again. And the other side. 5. And stretching those sides out and loosening up that shoulder, especially you bowlers. 1, 2.
What did I tell you about getting out from it?
Not too, sir.
Not too, sir.
Oh.
Get your pads on, Grimley.
Me, sir?
You heard me, boy. What are you waiting for?
Sir, their teacher's going to play. Surely it makes sense for our grown-up to bat as soon as possible.
Batting partnerships rely on understanding. You two are brothers. You'll be almost telepathic. Now get into bat.
Look at me, miss. I'm batting.
You might be out there a while, Gordon. Do you need the toilet?
No, miss.
Bring the field in.
Poor Gordon's going to end up on a stretcher. Why don't you get batting yourself?
End of over.
You can actually play cricket, can't you, Doug?
Don't be stupid, Dumpling. I'm a PE teacher.
Well?
Grimleys.
Yes, sir.
Grimley, don't go put me off with any of your stupid twitching. Eh? That is exactly the sort of twitching I'm on about. Now go on.
Run, sir! I'm sure from now on, you'll be keeping your eye on deep, fine leg.
I'm glad you've got a good vantage point. You can see your boyfriend get the beating he deserves. Serves him right for having ideas above his station.
End of innings. Wincott Manor have scored 133 runs. Young Gentlemen's College require 134 to win.
Did you say, miss?
Yes, I did, Gordon. 9 runs? You were very awesome.
Yeah, well done, sir.
It's all in the wrists, lads. It's all in the wrists.
She'll be mine soon. I can feel it.
You God!
Last ball of the match. Young Gentlemen's College require 134 to win.
But they've only got 126. You can't do it. We're going to win. At last. At last. We're going to win.
I'll bowl it underarm. There's no way he can hit a 6 off a grubber.
No, Grimley. That wouldn't be sporting. Besides, you'll never get 8 runs off one ball.
8 runs, sir?
Don't argue, boy. Just bowl.
Well played.
We've got a fine bunch of lads.
Why me? Why me?
I'm so proud of you, Doug.
What?
I'd rather you'd lost and played well than won and cheated. You were a true sportsman. I didn't think you had it in you.
Once again, Gordon had scored a duck with Miss Titley. Digby might have lost the cricket, but he had won back his trophy girlfriend. If only he'd got a proper trophy as well.
One day. One day.
Don't stop now, come on!
The Grimleys return next Saturday. But the comedy continues next on ITV3 as Matthew decides to take to the stage. John Thaw stars in a double bill of Home to Roost.